and welcome to the Goddess Tulsa show. I am your host, Goddess Tulsa. Thank you all for coming out today. I would like to say, if you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscriber. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for returning. And I would like to say this: if you would like to send Goddess gifts, you can ship them to P.O. Box 195-1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106. If you are feeling generous throughout this live, you can cash out me at $beautiful 070707. You can Zelle me at Queen Tulsa, Oklahoma at gmail.com. And if you're fancy, you can PayPal me. You can PayPal me at Keeping Up with YO Queen. So that's Keeping Up with Your Queen. All right. So if you are in chat, I want to welcome you to the show. Hello, Cool Gamer. Hello and welcome back. Hello, Ebony M. Welcome back. Ebony says, Cool Gamer says hello. And Ebony says hello. Please hit the like button on your way in. Listen, guys, we have a great show for you tonight. And we have Jada Pinkett Smith and T.I. back in the news. And it's not a cover story. It's not, nothing to brag about. This is really, it's starting to become a problem. It's really starting to become a problem, guys. And so I'm wondering, who should we start with first? Should we hit, hello, Lakia. Lakia has joined the chat. Hello, Salam. Salam has joined the chat from Pasadena, California. Absolutely. Welcome. Absolutely. Okay, so you guys, where should we start first? Should we start with Jada or should we start with T.I.? I'm going to let you guys let me know which direction we're going to take this show in tonight. Let me and the Roosters know where we are going to go with the show. Are we going to start off with Jada Pinkett Smith, or are we going to start off with T.I. and Tiny? But mainly T.I. Okay. Get Jada out the way. All right, let's go ahead and let's get Jada out the way. All right, Jada. So, Jada, come on up. You're on the docket. Come on up to the stand, and we need you to plead your case. We need you to plead your case, Jada. All right, so Jada has made it up here. Okay, Jada. All right, you know what? Actually, we are going to try something a little different. Isn't that what Sierra said in one of her songs? She said, tonight we're going to try a little something different. Yeah, we are going to add in a couple of accessories so you guys can really seriously hear me. I definitely want this to be a great live. So we will definitely start off with the Lord's Prayer. Okay. And we will start off with, that's not the Lord's Prayer. That's Don't Talk About Me. All right, excuse me. All right, so our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Now we can go ahead and we can proceed with the show. All right, so Jada's up on the docket. Let's go ahead and get your photo back up here. Yes, we're going to put you back up here, along with T.I. So it says Jada Pinkett Smith wanted Ayesha Curry to cheat on Steph Curry. Golden State Warriors star Stephen Curry cemented a place for him and his team in the Western Conference Finals this week. After a long playoff from championship contention, the former league MVP is once again the king of the NBA Hill. Steph isn't thriving on the court, though. He and his wife Ayesha are doing exceptionally well off it, despite some minor missteps and salacious rumors about their marriage. The pair seems to be going strong as ever. Part of the reason for Curry's successful marriage is their ability to navigate messy situations and bad advice. Case in point, Aisha's interaction with Jada Pinkett Smith not long ago. According to BSO.com, during an interview together, Jada Pinkett Smith tried to convince Aisha Curry to cheat on Steph. Video of the aforementioned interview largely speaks for itself. All right, so let's get into the Fair Use Copyright Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, and research. And so that's what we're doing today. We are doing research. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get the conversation.
Passion and more understanding. Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that there are all these women throwing themselves, but me the past 10 years I don't have any of that. I have zero. This sounds weird, but male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it, and I'm is something wrong with me? You're not looking. What? You're not even looking. But I'm gonna tell you something else too. When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too. And I was young, like you. Yeah, oh my God. I mean, because I don't want it, but it'd be nice to know that someone's looking. But when your radar's turned off, right? You real don't ever think for 1 minute that it ain't some men out there looking at you like I wish. Honestly. And I'm gonna tell you who knows that more than anybody. Yes. And I'm gonna ask a question there. All of you made.
Okay, so Jada. Okay. Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of insecurity is the fact that, there are these women throwing themselves at my husband, Aisha said at the time. But me, I don't have any of that. I have zero, it sounds weird, but male attention. And so then I began to internalize it, and I'm it's something wrong with me. Jada's response was self-explanatory. Obviously, everyone can decide for themselves whether BSO's interpretation of the exchange was fully accurate, but Jada's track record before and after is also telling, as is the fallout from her actions. Interestingly, Steph's mom, Sonia, actually was alleged involved in a relationship with someone else out of her marriage. And she spoke quite frankly on the cheating this past week. It didn't end well for her, seeing as her and Dale are now in the midst of a divorce. So straying contrary to what some people will tell you is not the key to a successful union. Big picture, Steph and Aisha seem to be doing fine without anyone getting involved in their marriage. And if they weren't smart, and if they're smart, they'll keep doing what they've been doing and drown out all the outside noise going forward. I truly agree. And you know what? My thing is, Jada, you're sitting up here trying to encourage this woman to act on those desires or those feelings, or try to program her mind to, okay, sis, go ahead and get you a piece because men going to do it. Listen here, I don't know what you and Jada's relationship was, and I don't know how it was in the bedroom. But what I do know is what you've been coming out with, and you've been saying slanderous things about your husband. And so I think what the public is saying is, Jada, we think that maybe you need to utilize some therapy before you start giving out advice. You know what I mean? Because it's who are you going to? Okay, that was a dud. Okay, who are you to tell someone, oh, they need to step outside of their marriage? And so it's just interesting it's interesting to me that this lady has so much to say about someone else's situation. Okay. Okay. And right there is where we're going to stop. Ebony says Jada needs to mind her own business. I believe I agree with that. Jada, please mind your own business. Like, your husband is going through like a turmoil right now. Like, you've got him so discombobulated. I would not want that recipe for my husband. Like, mother, you can keep that recipe, because you know what happens allegedly with Jada's recipe? Your man will fly off the hinges. Your man will lose he will risk it all. Ebony says Jada can't advise people on romantic relationships, especially to say go cheat. And that's my thing. Someone is going through something, especially if they're married. The first thing you do not say is go cheat. A marriage is not like you're in a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship. A marriage is these two people went in front of whoever administered their vows. And they say, yes, I do. And they said in sickness and in health, good and bad, for richer and richer is what I said for my vows. I didn't say the other word. So for richer and richer. You know what I mean? And it's like, who sits in and try to put in a negative bug to tell them, oh, just go and cheat. Okay, so did you tell that person that there are going to be consequences behind it? That person could fatally get into their feelings and it just don't go right. Salam says, if I were Will, I would pay her off and leave her and finally have some peace. You know what? I agree. Will seems like he is very much so in distress. That's just what, just from what I'm getting, the reaction. I mean, your wife is on national television telling your business how you can't perform, discrediting you in the bedroom. And that's how it's all going to come falling down. Okay, so my advice to Jada is, Jada, let's spend more time on your relationship, in your bedroom, and on your temperament, and your aggression, and your narcissistic behavior. You know what I mean? And really, that's all we have for you. And we bomb on you. And the Roosters, y'all agree? Yes. And in the back, they said, listen, Jada, please, even the animals, even nature is telling you to stop. Stop it. All right. So now we are over in T.I.'s news. All right. So now we're going to roll on over to T.I. And you know what? I feel like T.I. has really kind of drained my energy, as you guys can hear. But before we get on over to T.I., I would love to brag about myself. I feel like it's appropriate as well. And so I will brag about myself. If you are not following us, we are Goddess Tulsa Radio on Spreaker. All right. So it says hello and thank you so much for stopping by the Queen Tulsa Show. Welcome to the space You can catch up on the list stories in the news locally and some commentary also. I really hope you enjoy. I can improve. I want to say things upcoming up tonight. Streaming platforms use on iHeartRadio. You can also listen to us on Spreaker podcast player as well. Listen to us on these anti store break. Let you guys know. Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Goddess Tulsa After Dark. This is where you let your hair down, get you a beverage, prop your feet up or down. Now it's time to hit the like. Are you subscribed? Don't forget to hit that cash app because it's After Dark with the Goddess. All right, so yes, we are definitely back with After Dark with Goddess. So make sure you all are definitely supporting the Goddess on Spreaker. You can listen to us on Spreaker podcast player. You can listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio. So the name of our show is Goddess Tulsa Radio. Definitely do that. And as Ebony said, follow Goddess Tulsa Radio on Spreaker.com. Yes, all stop it. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Lakia, yes, you are shining, baby. Today is Lakia's birthday. So we definitely have to say happy birthday to Lakia. And listen here, it is Cancer season. I'm definitely a Cancer, but unfortunately we are in the June sector of it all. However, but we still love you, June Cancers. You know what? We can't live with you and we can't live without you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a hit and miss, but it's all love there because we are one. We are one. We are one. I'm over here tickling myself up. Okay, so we have T.I. in the news. Okay, so here we are. All right, let's get into it, child. Let me go ahead. Listen here. I'm natural. I'm going to go ahead and cut my camera on, guys, because I want you guys to see me in my natural state, okay? And then we'll stop sharing that, okay? And then we'll broadcast a little bit more in the show, okay? Before we go ahead and start, I want to hit our bell 3 times. And before we get started, I want the ambience of the show to be positive, productive, and definitely entertaining as well. So, all right, yes. Listen, if you want to know what I'm drinking, on a hot day, I'm drinking me some Kool-Aid, okay? With some fruit. Okay, so now we are about to get into T.I. Okay, T.I. rips VH1 year after network suspended production on Family Hustle over sexual abuse allegations. Absolutely. Yes, happy birthday. Okay? Yes. Absolutely. Okay, so right into the story. It has been over a year since VH1 suspended production on season 4 of T.I. and Tiny Friends and Family Hustle in the wake of numerous sexual abuse allegations against the couple. But T.I. still feels some type of way about the network's decision. On Saturday, T.I. posted a meme stating, "I wish T.I. Family Hustle still came out." With this song, F 'em, fuck 'em playing in the background. And in the caption, the Atlanta native called out VH1 because he thought the network had no loyalty, jumped to conclusions, and delivered no apology. VH1, 13 years. Okay, so he tweeted at VH1, 13 years, no loyalty, no integrity, just jumped to conclusions, false accusations, no apology, no accountability, no closure in the name of protecting women, while unfairly without due process. Subsequently, punishing women, no problem, he wrote. Several women accused T.I. and Tamika Tiny Harris of drugging and sex trafficking. A New York Times report spoke with 5 alleged victims who all claimed that they were recruited at a public venue, invited to a hotel room, coerced into taking drugs, and winding in bed naked with the couple. We are aware of the allegations, and while they are not connected to our show, we have reached out to T.I. and Tamika Harris, as well as local and state officials, and MTV Entertainment spokesperson told Deadline at the time. Given the serious nature of the allegations, we have decided to suspend production in order to gather more information. Deadline reported that pausing production on the reality show was a mutual decision by the network and the couple. Sabrina Peterson was a former friend of T.I. who publicly shared the alleged stories of numerous women, which resulted in nearly a dozen of them taking legal action against the couple. According to Hip Hop DX, none of these allegations have led to criminal charges. 2 additional alleged victims came forward months later. One of the women claimed she was drugged, forced to take tons of Molly and X, and sex trafficked in 3 states. In 2010, while the other claimant claims she was R-worded by Clifford Harris and one of his male friends in a hotel in Miami in May of 2010. A few cases have already been dismissed because they fell outside of state statute of limitations. So I'll read that again. So a few cases have already been dismissed because they fell outside the statute of limitations. Listen, guys, we got to go on a quick break because this is heavy. Let's go. Hey, it's that time. If you are enjoying the content, send your girl a small offering in that Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. All is appreciated. We are an independent content creator. So listen, go ahead, dig in those wallets, dig in those purses, dig in those pocketbooks, and get it. Okay, so we are back. Okay, so my frustrations are with T.I. T.I., let's just be honest. There have been some disparaging, not only those accusations, but your behavior and how your son is acting. And you want them to bring the show back with your whole family. It's a no for me. It's a no for me because King recently went into a Waffle House and started berating and degrading the workers that were there making an honest living for their families, themselves, and having a better lives for themselves. And you have this young man whose dad is a superstar. Well, he's wealthy. We'll say that. We're not going to give him all that credit. Yeah, he's a rap superstar. Well, we're not gonna dismiss it because it is what it is. He's known in the rap game, and he's known in the drug game, and he's known in so many other activities throughout his music. But I will say this: his son going on social media and going to people's jobs is just not it. I'm not interested in seeing someone berate people. It's just not me. I will drop the link for you all that have an opinion because all opinions are definitely welcome. It was, let's see. Okay, so we'll go ahead and read some of the comments. Good, I'm glad you're relaxed and enjoying Tulsa's show at Lakia Pearson. Lakia says, I keep coming back. LOL's always great vibes. Absolutely. Listen here, y'all know we love our June. We love our June cancers and our July cancers. You know it's got to be a little shade in there a little bit. A little fun shade. Yeah, I was mad at King for talking down on the Waffle House workers. Yeah, it was so degrading. It was so disparaging. And it was really uncalled for because you have people here working, making an honest living, and you have these wealthy people that come in and degrade them. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring that video. King. Yeah. And that's not the type of reputation that you want. You know what I'm saying? That's not the type of reputation that you want. And then his daddy's...
okay. 17.
Okay. So there we go. We are going to let that go ahead and go through. And we are going to play it. Okay?
Watch. YouTube Music Premium is an experience.
Okay, so we got another commercial, so y'all bear with us. All right, give us 1 second as we go ahead and get everything that we need done. Okay. Okay, so bear with. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share the screen so you guys can actually see in person that this is how this young man is behaving. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Because what I'm trying to say is, but what I'm saying is, they wasn't talk like that outside. Hey, I can talk how I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, Shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name? My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. What? Oh, damn.
This pride, we're all going to come through.
Oh, Gary, what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. We out here. We out here. I'm outside. Okay. I'm outside. Come on, shake some. Come on, shake some. Come on, shake some. Hey, get your employees. Get your employees. Yeah, suck something in this. Tell your mama. And you still talking inside, though. You still talking inside, though. Why you inside? Can't stop me from doing shit. Doing shit. Let me get my food. Thank you. Just talking like they like that. They ain't like that.
But
see, now with all that frustration that he had, I'm pretty sure that he did not get any of his condiments that he needed. Like, how are you going in an establishment talking down on these people? Like, how? And these are the people that's making your food. But this is his daddy's response.
it's confusing, right? It's confusing because, I got a son, 17 years old, graduated with honors, AP honor roll, and,
A few people picked it up. A few people talked about it. A few people, congratulated us. And I appreciate that. I really do. I value that. No matter how major or minute, I appreciate any consideration and appreciation given to my family. Any celebratory comments. Appreciate all of it, right? But it seems as though the news of that was halted because it was in competition with some kind of minor ass remedial petty skirmish that happened.
Well, see, this is the problem. And I know we've all seen like viral videos of these kids acting out in school, right? I wouldn't be surprised if King wasn't being trouble to those teachers or, in any part. I'm not saying the whole school year, but, after they knew who his daddy was and who he was, I'm pretty sure, they would, there was some type of leniency. And see, when you have privilege at a young age and you have adult parents with a mentality such as T.I.'s expeditiously, then this is what they create. They create monsters. His son is a little monster of him. This is what he created. This is the aftermath of T.I. and Tiny. This is the aftermath of you teaching your son to be gangster. This is the part where parents, y'all out there, y'all think it's cool for your son to be all voititious in so many ways. This isn't the way. This is not the way. This is the way to jail. This is the way for somebody to allegedly put their hands on you. You going up in an establishment where people you don't know their financial situation. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their daily lives are. But I digress. I will go ahead and let Mr. T.I. let off his steam of how he felt. And Lakia says, sounds like T.I. is about to make a lot of excuses. Well, girl, let's get into it.
Now, hey, listen, bro. Anybody in here who's my age or even close to my age, you done been young before. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. You know how this gonna go. You know it's gonna be a lot more times where you do the wrong thing before you learn exactly how to do the right thing. Everybody already know that. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting my children not.
I'm so lost at the words because disrespect is disrespect. And if you didn't find any disrespect in that video of your son going ape shit, going haywire, then it's definitely a problem. It's definitely a
I am expecting them not to do it on camera as much, but, that's just the world we living in right now. Regardless of that situation, man, that shit is very remedial when it comes to the real meat and potato.
Hey, it's me, your skin.
Potatoes of the discussion. Okay, why in the hell is it more newsworthy to report that man got into an argument with a short order cook and listen?
Okay, so all the waitresses that are out there that are working hard, I want to apologize. All the cooks out there that are working, all the cashiers that are working, I want to sincerely apologize that you have people like this that visit your establishments and give you a hard time. I want to apologize to you. Pat yourself on the back for hanging in there and still going to work to support you and yours.
It's important to speak about the fact that he graduated with honors on the A&B honor roll at 17, not even 18 yet. Why is this? I don't understand what world we're living in. Well, this is what we rather promote. Because whether you know it or not, you not only are you promoting it, you're not just kind of like putting it out there for my son and like, you know, showing his failures or showing his shortcomings. You're also promoting it to your children and other people's children. Why wouldn't you want to say, hey, look, this is the guy who you saw from, or you know from this person, or that you know from these things, and look at what he has been able to do. Even though we saw him in this light, and now here he is in this light. Why would you not want that for your nephews, for your little brothers, for your little cousins, for your sons, for your daughters? Like, why would you not want that for the rest of society to exemplify what could happen if you put your mind to your education, no matter what your extracurricular activities or what your pastimes are? Bro, why wouldn't you want that to be an example? And I know everybody out there, man. I know everybody got the answers. I know all y'all got the answers. I know everybody out here got the answers, especially if you motherfuckers with no children. I know all of you got the answers. I know everybody who ain't never did shit can show everybody how to do it. I already know that. I know that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Most of you, you know what I'm saying, instead of getting up off your ass and getting out there and actually going to do something and taking a chance of actually becoming a failure even more.
Well, see, that's where the part I'm glad that you said something about getting up off their butts, at their asses, and getting out there and doing something. Well, them people in Waffle House got off their asses to show up to work that day. And your son decided to come in there and give them all types of hell that he gives you and your wife, allegedly, in your home. King runs that home. And see, when you enable a child, this is what your outcome comes out. They are not going to respect any adult figure. They're not going to respect anybody in authority because they've been babied their whole life. And they've been made, they have their parents coming to their defense to, no, you're right, child. The people are wrong. No, he was wrong.
You would rather sit there and become the failure that you already are and not have to hold yourself accountable. I get that. But let me just offer you a little perspective. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. We're always going to be all right. Because I'm here. And if nothing else, we're going to have an example. We're going to have options. Okay? So I'm just speaking to you grown people. Speaking to you grown people because it's grown. For one, it was a grown person behind that damn counter inviting my son outside. Man, hey man, it happens. Okay, cool. And I'm glad that it ended the way it did.
So apparently T.I. didn't see the right video because your son was calling him out to the parking lot. Your son went into this man's job, gave them a hard time, and decided to tell him to come on out to the parking lot. And you have people in the background saying, oh, we'll do this and we'll do that. Okay, so, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to remind that there are, adults in his family, cousins, uncles, a father, you know what I'm saying, that, it wouldn't have stopped there. So I'm glad that it ended where it did. I'm glad that it did. But at the same time, I also explained to him, you get out there and you get yourself in grown man business or something to go away that you ain't want it to go. Man, shit, you gonna learn what real adversity is. But that's something that you have to learn with growth. The evolution of a man is constant. All right? I just want to know why in the hell is it more newsworthy or noteworthy to report that than report the fact that the man graduated with honors?
Really, at this point, I don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn about T.I. and his shenanigans. And then, my thing is, if your son is so educated, if he was on an honor roll, I'm pretty sure, that took work. I'm not going to discredit him from that. But does he not know respect? Does he not know manners? Does he not know that, like you said in the video, he's going to go up to the wrong person. He's going to start a beef with the wrong person, and it's not going to end well. And that's from you being cocky in the streets. Let's take it back to you walking up on that woman on stage at the comedy show. You ain't got no respect for women. You ain't got respect for nobody. T.I. Stone King was actually like, he was better than Waffle House. He's spoiled. This is crazy, shaking my head. His attitude is horrible. Sounds like this T.I. is about to make a lot of excuses, which he did. T.I. shouldn't been embarrassed, but instead of making excuses like Lakia said, absolutely. He wasn't embarrassed, because you want to know why? This is the rhetoric. Hi, Sonia. This is the rhetoric that he pushes off. And this is the rhetoric in T.I.'s house, allegedly. You have to, degrade women. You got to call people out. You got to belittle people, even in the real world, because they don't have what you have. People hate on you. They jealous of you. Swear that was a mess. He condoned it. Absolutely, he condones this type of behavior. But listen, in our community, guys, we've got to do better. We have got to do better. T.I. is a problem. He's been a problem. And like that article said, most of those cases didn't get heard because they were past the statute of limitations. So that's the reason why nothing was really brought up. That's the reason why nothing was really brought up, because they were out of statute of limitations. And my thing is, stand for what's right. Stop doing what's wrong. And T.I., this is for you, my baby.
Anything he want with you, ain't nothing you can do. It's a money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game. Scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got. Not sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. Now, I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my cabinet. I crumble. My children crumble. My grandchildren crumble. And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement. Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my lead. There are ways to win the war in a different way. Better learn. You best learn, or you're gonna get the bloody back for sure.
All right, so thank you all for listening to Goddess Tulsa Radio. Yes, that is a specific message for T.I. And yeah, we have to do better in the Black community. And what I would like to say is continue to support the content. Thank you for subscribing to our radio station here at iHeartRadio and at Spotify and at Spreaker podcast player. It has been a pleasure bringing you guys content. And you guys can follow me on Instagram at Goddess Tulsa if you want to send me a message. And also, if you want to send me some goodies, send it to P.O. Box 195 1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106. And you would ship it to Goddess Tulsa. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Goddess Tulsa Radio here on iHeartRadio.